Shivaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everybody. Welcome to our daily program. Monday to Friday, 6:30 to 6:50, 20 minutes. Okay, today I'm going to speak something very important, something which is little sensitive and something which should be thought about. Okay, so this is a shloka from Srimad Bhagavatam, and it is the shloka from 11th canto, 2nd chapter, shloka number 46. Okay, let's go ahead and read the shloka and try to understand what's the message for us. What do we learn from this shloka? This chapter's name is Maharaj Nimi meets the 9 Yogendras. It's a very philosophical chapter. And shloka number 46, it has a very long purport by Prabhupada. I'm not going to read the purport, but I'm going to read only the translation and the shloka. Let's try to understand. Okay. Ishvare tad adhineshu balisheshu dvishastu प्रेम मैत्री कृपापेक्ष यः करोति स मध्यमा. This is the shloka. I'll read again. Ishvare tad adhineshu बालिशेषु द्विषत्सु च प्रेम मैत्री कृपोपेक्ष यः करोति स मध्यमः. Let's read the translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, what's the translation? Prabhupada writes that an intermediate or second-class devotee called Madhyama Adhikari offers his love to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is a sincere friend to all the devotees of the Lord, shows mercy to the ignorant people who are innocent, and disregards those who are envious of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vikasa Swaminithi Namine. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami. Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desh Tarini Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Okay, important shloka. Let's try to understand. So most of us who are in the ISKCON and who have been practicing devotion, bhakti, we have been doing maybe for last, some of you maybe for last 1 year or 2 years, or maybe some are more than 5 years, and maybe more than that also. So everybody is practicing for a certain number of years, and most of you by this time you have understood a little bit of philosophy from Bhagavad Gita, from Srimad Bhagavatam, from some other books also, Chaitanya Charitamrita also. Some of you might have already read the books once, twice. It's good. We understood the philosophy a little bit. We know that we are souls. Krishna is the Supreme Lord. And the goal of life we have understood. And we have understood some philosophical things. And after understanding certain things, now maybe Many of you might have also started doing some preaching activity. You have become kind of a devotee now. Some years have passed. Now you are trying to get some people into ISKCON. You have started distributing the spiritual literature, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, small books by Prabhupada. And you're trying to inspire others also to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, to read Bhagavad Gita, to make life successful. And in that way, we are learning things, we are experiencing, and we are also preaching and sharing and trying to get people involved in spiritual life. We are inviting people to the festivals, and we are telling people about the devotional life and the happiness that we are experiencing. We are meeting a lot of people actually. We are meeting every day in our devotional life. We are meeting new people who are first timers and who have just come to ISKCON, who have no experience of devotion. And we are also meeting devotees who have been practicing sincerely for many years, even before us. And sometimes we also meet people who are negative, who are not so enthusiastic about spiritual life. They have some other world view about the purpose of life and like that. So we are encountering different experiences. We have come to the spiritual life, and now we are experiencing different people in our devotional life. And one thing we know, whenever we meet a person, we see that he is a soul, because we have got knowledge from Bhagavad Gita, and we know that he is part and parcel of Krishna, because Krishna says all the living beings are my part and parcel. We are all amsha, mamayvamsho, jiva loke, jiva bhuta sanatana. And Krishna also says that he is present in everybody's hearts. Saharadam sarva bhutanam, sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishto. Krishna is telling that we are all souls, we are all part and parcel, and Krishna is present in everybody's heart. So when we meet people, we understand this principle that we are all souls, we are all Krishna's energies, and everybody is same. In one sense, on the spiritual level, we are same. But there is one more aspect to this. That is, though we are souls, we have different bodies and we have different characters. We have different habits. We have different nature. That is also there. We are souls inside, but outside, we have a specific body with a specific attitude, personality, likes and dislike, habits, and inclination. So now the question this shloka tells is how to deal with different people. On one level, we know everybody's soul, everybody is equal. At the same time, we are dealing with souls with different mentalities because the souls are in the material world. Now, how to deal with different people? We cannot deal with everybody in the same fashion, thinking, oh, he's a soul, let me deal with everybody. Not like that. It's not possible like that. So we need to know the art of dealing, art of preaching. We should be very intelligent in dealing with different souls. We cannot say everybody is equal and treat equally everybody. We should be intelligent to understand. We should not be naive. We should not be like bhola bhala or buddhu type. We have to be very sharp. We have to be very intelligent. We should understand who is a beginner, who is just a beginner, who is coming, who is advanced devotee, who is who is uh, who is who so So we should understand who is beginner, who is advanced, who is deviated, who is fake. Sometimes we see devotees in a group. Sometimes people are little fake. They put up a dress or put up themselves as a devotee. Not all the time, but we may find, because different people approach and different people have different motives. So we should be very intelligent. It's not that we are doubting everybody. We should be intelligent to understand. Sometimes people who come inside and practice devotion, they may not follow rules strictly. They may be deviated. They may not follow as it is Prabhupada. They may have their own ideas which they may implement. So we need to be very careful. In this sloka, 4 different people, how to deal with them, you and me, when we encounter different people, how to deal. That is the point. So here the shloka is Ishware tat adhineshu balisheshu dvitatsu cha prema maitri kripopeksha yah karoti samatyamaha. So who are the 4 different people? The first person with whom we have to deal with is the Supreme Lord Krishna himself. So how to deal with Krishna? We are preachers. We need to know, we need to understand how to deal. Krishna is the center of our love. Krishna should be the center. Our deep love in our heart is reserved only for Krishna. So we should treat Krishna as our center of love. So that is his position. It doesn't mean that we don't love others. We love everybody, but we need to understand what happens when we love Krishna, when we make Krishna as the center. Krishna is the source of everybody. You and me is there because Krishna is the source. Everything in this universe, every person, every living entity is created by Krishna. It belongs to Krishna. The source is Krishna. So the point is, when we love Krishna, when we make Krishna as the center of our life, as the center of our love, then automatically we will love everybody who is connected with Krishna. Because Krishna is the source, we know. Krishna created you, Krishna created me, Krishna created that person. We know that. So when we love Krishna, when we pour water on the root of a tree, automatically that whole tree is satisfied. So we should make Krishna as the center of our love. In that way, our love for everybody gets so nice. Everything becomes balanced. There'll be no selfishness. We love Krishna, and that's why we love everybody. So our love is reserved exclusively for Krishna, so that that love spreads to everybody. This is the first point. So Ishware tad adineshu balisheshu divishastucha prema is for Krishna. By loving Krishna, we love everyone. That is the principle. It is called Vasudeva Kutumbikam. We cannot love a person without loving Krishna. We will become attached to that person. We will become selfish. But when we love Krishna, our love for others becomes so natural and so detached and so unselfish. We will love people, everybody, not just animals, human beings. Every living entity becomes lovable because of our love for Krishna. This is the first thing. So how do we deal the first person? The supreme person is Krishna, and by loving Krishna, we love everybody. So this is the first point in this sloka. And the second is, after Krishna, then how to deal with devotees who are practicing devotion very sincerely. Krishna is the first person, supreme person. Second is, we also come across devotees who are practicing for many years, sincerely. And what do we do? How do we deal with that? We have to be Maitri. Prema is for Krishna and friendly with senior, those who have been practicing. Because we can learn from them. We can be trained, guided, inspired by these sincere devotees, by those who have been practicing for many years. They have knowledge. They can share that knowledge with us. They have experience. They have devotion. So when we become very friendly, then we get association. We get association, and then we learn from them and we get inspired, and then we advance. So that is how we deal with devotees who are very senior, who are practicing for many years. Because ultimately, we want to advance, we want to be inspired, we want to be happy. So that's the point. So one is the Supreme Lord, that we understood love for him, prema, and then we should become friends with senior devotees. We should open our ears to the senior devotees and hear from them and keep our mouth closed. That means more focus on hearing, Shravanam. Obviously, when you are very sincerely hearing, you can also ask questions. They will be answered. So that's the point. So two people. One is Krishna. We have to love Krishna. We have to deeply express our love for Krishna. Second is we have to be very friendly with seniors and get inspiration and go ahead. So good association, advancement. If we associate with people who are inspired, we become inspired. If we associate with people who are confused, we get lost and confused. So this is the second one. All right. Then the third one is when we deal with people who are new, who are innocent, who are ignorant, because we see some of the people who we come across, they are newcomers and they have no idea about spiritual life. They are on the platform of the body. They are always speaking about my selfishness. This is very natural. Even when we were new, we were also like that. So, how do we deal this? How do we deal with such new, innocent, ignorant? Because they have no knowledge, they have no idea. So we should be with the consciousness to help them. We should be willing to help them, and we should be willing to share the message of Krishna, message of Prabhupada. We may not agree uh, with their point of view, but still we can be very nice and we can be friendly to them. What we should do? We should open our mouth and preach to them, explain them very nicely, patiently, help them, encourage them. And that's it. How we deal with newcomers. We should be merciful. Kripa. So in the shloka it said, Adineshu, Kripo, here it is said, Kripopeksha. So it is Maitri is friendship, Prema is love, and Kripa is mercy. So we should show mercy. To Krishna, love, to seniors, friendship, and to juniors, newcomers, we should show mercy to them. We should explain them the philosophy. And last but not the least, we also encounter people who are envious, who are not so inclined to devotion. But sometimes we come across such envious people. But when we come across people who are not favorable to devotion, they are not They are not positive about spiritual life. They have very different ideas about life and happiness and purpose of life. And they may be not favorably willing to listen to us. And they may be, when we go and tell them about Krishna, they may actually uh, uh, they may actually become more envious, or they may become anti. They may become they may become a kind of a conflict for us. They may argue, they may try to disprove you, and they may try to have a conflict. So we should be very careful when we come across people who are envious. Then we should be, because we cannot preach to them. As soon as we start telling about Krishna, then they may become very envious, or they may become very conflicting with our opinions. In that case, we should try to avoid any conflict and try to protect ourselves from such people, because such people cannot see. If you are very strong in philosophy, and if you can convince them with your understanding, that's good. But if you cannot do that, better to avoid, ignore, and protect yourself, safeguard your position. And in fact, what happens when you are not capable to convince them, when you try to do that, then they may become more anti-devotion, anti-Krishna, and they may become more negative to Krishna, and they may become offensive to Krishna. In that way, we should not allow them to go far from Krishna. Rather than ignore them better. If you go and try to do something, they do something wrong and they may become very far. So better to avoid, ignore them. That is the best principle at that time, till you become very perfect in preaching. So it may happen. We may encounter such people. Everybody encounters such people. So we should safeguard and protect our devotion. This is the art of preaching. This is how we deal with different kinds of people. One is Krishna himself, one are devotees, one are who are newcomers, and one who are not so favorable to Krishna. Very, not all the time. Sometimes we encounter such people. We should not get entangled in arguments, debates, and then make them more negative. Instead of them, let them be where they are. If we speak to them, they become more negative, more anti-Krishna consciousness. So that's the point. So in that way, we actually take the mission of Krishna. Our mission of Krishna is that Krishna wants everybody to become free from their karma and this body, and we should try to help Krishna in that mission. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya च दुष्कृताम dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. We should not just do what we like. We should do what Krishna would like us to do. We should try to help Krishna in his mission. How to do that? By dealing with different people in different ways, and at the same time protecting our devotion and showing mercy, getting inspired, and loving Krishna. All this together should go. Then we advance very nicely, very positively, very powerfully. And then in that way, Krishna will be pleased. People will be pleased. We will be pleased. Everything will be so nice. So in that way, we should take up devotion. So this is how we deal, how preachers should deal with different types of people. Get inspired, inspire others, avoid conflict, love Krishna. Thank you so much for today's time. And if you have